What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at you on another live Q&A. Sorry I got knocked off, man. Had technical difficulties right there. But the NFL Combine is finally here this week, man. Looking forward to seeing all these wide receivers, and defensive backs, mainly that my Philadelphia Eagles are going to be checking out, for this combine. Also looking forward to the LSU players, yo. It's 16 of them. It's 16 LSU players, yo. That's going to be in this going to be participating, in the NFL Combine, man. Yesterday we had the farewell, memorial for Kobe Bryant. Um, very beautiful, man. Some beautiful speeches out there. The whole nine, man. It was good to see. People like Michael Jordan. Just basketball royalty was in that place yesterday, man. When you just like I said, you talk about Michael Jordan, you talk about all the players, basically all the all stars from the day, all the great coaches. You had Jay Z, Beyonce, Alicia Keys. A lot of things going on, man. Spring training got started this week, yo. The Braves. I seen a little bit. I didn't get to catch as much, Braves spring training as I would have liked. Had a busy weekend, with Mardi Gras. By the way, happy Mardi Gras to everybody. By the way, also, um, just all that going on, man. I'm here to share with y'all today. Like I said, good weekend sports ahead. Really looking forward to it, yo. What's up, Savage Batman? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, what's up, dude, guys? Hey, just chilling, yo. Appreciate you being here for the live, yo. What's up, Chandler Highs? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Miami Heat not going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Jason Tatum is a superstar. Yeah, my Heat going through it, man. My Heat are really going through it right now. It's funny because I actually did not get to see the games Saturday and last night, being busy with Mardi Gras and stuff like that. But man, like last night, bro, I'm looking at the score. I'm at the parades with my kids and stuff, and I'm looking at the score. And I seen that he was up 21 in the third. I'm like, all right, well, we'll get it done. Then later on, I get an alert saying that we lost in overtime, and I'm like, nah, man, that's not real. Like how we lost in overtime, and we was just up 21 on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm like, did LeBron James fly over there and suit up or something? Like, oh, Kyrie? Like, nah, this can't be real, yo. He's struggling, man. He's struggling a lot. We may be stuck in this 4 seed, man. Toronto, though that's a huge game tonight, Toronto and Milwaukee, that's a big time matchup. Toronto is just, hit their championship stride, man. Nick Nurse has done an amazing job to say that they don't have Kawhi and they've had injuries throughout the season. That team is balling. You look at Boston, you can see Sunday, like you said, with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is a big time scorer. Jalen Brown is a big time player, and they're doing this without Kemba Walker. Boston is you just gotta say Boston better. Right now, you gotta say Milwaukee, Toronto, and Boston is just better right now, yo. So it's a good chance that he may end up on that 4 seed, which might ironically give us a first round matchup with Philly. But it don't look good because it's looking like it will be a second round matchup with Milwaukee, which is something we obviously tried to avoid, yo. What's up, Gate City Blue Devil? Appreciate you tuning in. Mardi Gras greetings from Tennessee, yo. Hey, happy Mardi Gras to you too, man. Greatly appreciate that, yo. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, man. Mardi Gras is always fun. Down here in Louisiana, yo. And I've been pretty busy with that over the weekend, yo. But it was a blast. I really enjoyed it, yo. Rockets just one game behind the Clippers. Yeah, I seen that, man. I don't think they catch the Clippers though. I think the Clippers gonna end up with the 3 seed. I think obviously the Lakers gonna have home court. I think the the Nuggets gonna be the 2 seed, and I think the Clippers get the 3rd seed, and Houston gonna probably finish with the 4th seed. But I don't. I know. Me personally, if all teams are healthy going into the playoffs and through the playoffs, I would have my money on the Clippers to win it all, yo. What's up, Lenny D? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugai? If we draft KJ Hamler 1st round, we don't need to draft another receiver unless we find a hidden gem later in later rounds like a Michael Pittman. You know what? That actually would be amazing. Like 1st round for me, the guy that I've been on, the whole way is Henry Ruggs the third from Alabama. That is a guy that and I seen he say that he want to break, the combine record for in a 40 time. I'm really excited. I think they're gonna run on Thursday if I'm not mistaken. I'm real excited, really really excited to see these wide receivers running this combine, yo. Cause you talking about they're gonna have speed out there, yo, with Ruggs and Hamlin and Rager. Those guys can fly, yo. But yeah, for me, I would go Ruggs. But if Ruggs is gone, then yes, Hamlin would definitely be a pick. And yeah, a guy like Michael Pittman, I think later in the draft, we should get a another big physical type of possession receiver later in the draft, yo. Like you said, a guy to try to find a hidden gem, somebody, because obviously with us getting JJ Arcega-Whiteside as a 2nd round pick last year, Howie and Dougie P and those guys, they're gonna want to give them an opportunity to get better, an opportunity to take that jump, to get a starting role, especially if we get rid of Alshon Jeffrey. But I think we do need to bring another guy that's basically to come in and challenge him for his spot on the roster. If we could get that one real speed receiver in the 1st round, another possession guy later, or through free agency or whatever, yeah, that would be amazing, yo. What's up, Mary Martell? What's up, my friend? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, dude, guys. Hey, how's it going? I'm glad you couldn't make it, yo. We should sign Brashard Perriman if we draft KJ Hamlin in the 1st round. I see a lot of people. I would agree with Brashard Perriman for the simple fact that we know he would be cheaper. Like Robbie, I've been on the Robbie Anderson, train the whole way through, but it seems like he's pretty expensive. It seems like his price tag is going up, every day that goes by. So yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all, man. We gotta bring like both. We gotta bring a speed guy, and we gotta bring a possession guy in, like a big possession type of receiver. Whether we get them both in the draft or we get one in free agency and one in the draft. Yeah, I would not mind that at all, yo. Like I said, one big receiver and another guy that could really, really fly to go along with, Deshaun Jackson. It'll be nice insurance for Deshaun Jackson. I'd really be looking forward to that, yo. What's up, Cowboy X Factor? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey there, Mr. Dugai Cool, Brian Dawkins, who is Weapon X. And also, what do you think about Philadelphia Eagles going after Amari Cooper and Byron Jones? Apparently, my thoughts are because the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, B-Dog, that's my boy, man. Like, that's my boy, man. Forever Eagles, bro. Hall of Famer. Just that was my guy, yo. McNabb was the reason that I became an Eagles fan, when I was younger. Dawkins was the reason I stayed an Eagles fan, you know what I'm saying? That guy was amazing. And as far as Amari Cooper and Byron Jones, man, I mean, it's not necessarily just because they Dallas Cowboys players. I'm not really interested in them, man. With Cooper, I just feel like we could get cheaper. Me as far as receiver is free agency and the draft, but get a bigger possession type of receiver in free agency and get your explosive receiver in the draft. That's my whole feeling on how I think we should handle the receiver situation. And as far as the cornerback situation, unless for me personally, unless it's a guy like Jalen Ramsey, like I don't really want to spend money on another guy. Like, I'd rather take my chances on a 2nd or 3rd round pick, in the draft. And rolling with the young guys we have. I know they're not amazing or not great, but I just don't want to spend I don't want to spend a lot of money on a cornerback, man. Like, I get it, he's a decent player, but he's gonna want elite cornerback type of money, and I just don't think we should go that route. Now, if we go that route, obviously, it is what it is, and obviously, I hope he comes in and does well. But honestly, like I said, and to kind of be a little biased, I don't really trust former Cowboys after that whole Orlando Scandrick thing. To be honest with you, yo. What's up, Brian Dennis Stadium? Appreciate you tuning in. UGA wants to be so bad. You too bad. UGA will always be UGA. I hope we smoke them in Tuscaloosa. I also hope their mother punishes them as well. I see y'all strength and conditioning coach. What's his name? Scott Cochran or something like that. I seen he left Alabama and went to Georgia. And apparently he been at Alabama since Saban been there. But hey, I mean, Georgia offered him a promotion. I think he gonna be the special teams coach at Georgia or something like that. I mean, Georgia is funny, man. Georgia is one of them teams, man, where it's like, you can't knock them for trying. Like Georgia reminds me of like how LSU was, before this season, basically. How, man, we have all the talent in the world, man. All the talent in the world to compete with anybody in the country. But we just keep coming up short. Like, particularly because we don't have an updated, scheme offensively. And Georgia's going through the same thing. And Georgia, like I said, they loaded with talent, yo. And them bringing in, I guess, I mean, I don't know how much of a difference a strength and conditioning coach is going to make, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not like it's an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator or nothing like that, so, but yeah, I did see that, and I thought that was that was a little unique, man, that they went after him. Obviously, him and Kirby has a little bit of history together, as Kirby was over there for all those years. But, yeah, UGA something, man. This a year like Mark Rick, man. No, Mark Rick. I mean Kirby Smart tripping. Kirby Smart gonna have to, make that step. But you're right. I think that Florida has a real good shot at getting them this year, man. Florida should be a pretty good team this season, yo. Lakers are gonna play Clippers second round. I doubt it. Nah, I doubt it. I don't think the Clippers fall past the 3 seed, man. I think it's just perfectly set up for a Lakers Clippers Western Conference Finals. Ain't that's what I want to see, and I know that's what everybody want to see. Also, I want to see in the Western Conference Finals the Los Angeles Lakers and Los Angeles Clippers go at it with both teams fully healthy, yo. That's gonna be something to see. And I don't think the Clippers gonna get down to that 4 seed, man. I just don't think they're gonna let Houston pass them by the time the standings are over, yo. Have to pay Dak Prescott, that I doubt both of them stay with the team. Yeah, I doubt it too. Honestly, I think they both gone. I don't think, now if Dak, like Emmett was referring to, which I don't think Emmett Smith, I get what Emmett Smith was saying, but at the same time, Emmett is not in position to make that type of statement, considering what he did back in the day. When Dallas was in their head, they doing their thing, Emmett held out through 2 games to make sure he got his money. So, Emmett is not in, that sounded kind of hypocritical of him. But yeah, like, cause he was like, Dak should take less. He the Cowboys quarterback, and if you do that, now we could pay Amari and this and that. But I'm like, hey, that's not Dak's concern on Dallas's salary cap. Like, that's not Dak's problem. Like, my thing is, if you don't think he's that great of a guy, then let him walk. And you like sign Amari Cooper and Byron Jones, and then let Dak walk. Or just pay Dak and let those guys walk and try to find another corner or safety, through the draft or whatever. But yeah, if y'all pay Dak though, I do think that Cooper and Jones definitely are going, yo. Especially Cooper. Rockets versus Nuggets second round combined weekend. I don't know, man. I think the Clippers going. I think they'll be the 3 seed. I don't think they'll be the 2 seed. I think they'll be the 3 seed. I think Denver in that second round will have home court advantage over them. But I think they'll be the 3. I don't think they fall to the 4 though. Also another wideout Philly Eagles should look at besides Robert Anderson and DeMarcus Robinson is Bashard Perriman. Yeah, that's a guy. that we talked about. He would be what's intriguing to me about Bashard Perriman is that he's cheaper. He's a big body physical receiver that should be cheaper. Demarcus Robinson is a nice, would be a nice guy also to look at. And I think that's the way we're gonna go. I think we go physical, tall physical receiver in free agency, and we go speed receiver in the draft. Who gonna be the fastest in the 40? Ooh, that's a good question, and that is something that I definitely cannot wait to see. Whew, man, bruh. I'm not sure, man. It's out of to me. I think it's gonna be out of Ruggs and Hamler from Penn State. I'm a I'm gonna put my money. I'm gonna put my money on. I'm gonna put my money on Ruggs. I think Ruggs edged him out a little bit, but I'm me as an Eagles fan. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing who run the fastest. But I think it'll be Ruggs if I had to put my money on. I think Ruggs will get it done. Mr. Duga, I know you don't like JJ Whiteside, but look at his catches. He made a lot of out of, if not all of them, were fight or for go get it catches. That's why I'm glad we got a new receiver coach to use JJ Ortega Whiteside right. I mean, we gonna see, man. Y'all try to talk me into this, man. and granted, don't get me wrong, man. I hope that I am wrong about this guy. But me personally, I just don't see it. Like, he had one really the nicest catch he had all season, in my opinion, was the one against Dallas. The first play of the game when Wentz just threw it up there high, and he went up there and got it with coverage. It was a perfect ball placement by Wentz, by the way, and he went up there and got it. A lot of his other catches I've seen was on like either scramble drills or he came back to the ball. When Wentz extended. I rarely seen him run a route, beat the man on the route, and then catch the football. That's something I haven't seen him do. And to be honest, though, I know we got this new receiver coach, but honestly, I'm not that thrilled about the new receiver coach. I think Moorhead, I think or whatever comes from a really young guy comes from Vanderbilt. Like, I know Vanderbilt got what's their receiver's name, man? They got a nice receiver that's a potential first round. I always remember this. I can't think of his name right now. But besides that, like, who has he really developed? So it's hard for me to believe that he gonna come in and develop. I just don't think he talented. Like, that at least with Aguilar back in the day, we seen the talent. With Aguilar, it was all up here. With JJ Ortega Whiteside, he's a Stanford guy, so he's smart. It's not that he don't have it up here. He just ain't got his body, just can't allow him to do what his mind wants him to do on the NFL level against these elite cornerbacks, But like I've said, I know a lot of people trying to. Me personally, we got to bring in another physical receiver to challenge him for his job. Whether that's Bashard Perriman, whether that's Demarcus Robinson, Robin Anderson, or a guy in the draft, like maybe if we decide to go T. Higgins, which I would be up, which I rather speed guy, but I just don't think the guy that good, man. But we'll see. If I'm wrong, trust me, I'll be the ones on the videos and on the lives telling people, man, I need to apologize. I was so wrong about Ortega Whiteside, yo. But I just don't see it, honestly. Let's see. Clemson is going to punish Notre Dame in their own house. Yeah, they are, man. They are. I would be surprised if Clemson didn't win that game by at least 14 points. Who does better first in your opinion? Ole Miss or Mississippi State or neither? Kiffin and Leach both kind of nutty, going to be fun to watch. Yeah, they are. I will say that. I think under the circumstances that both schools were under, I think they both made home run hires. I think Lane Kiffin was a great hire by Ole Miss. I think Mike Leach was a great hire by Mississippi State. These are guys that I think are going to stick around for a while. I don't necessarily think Lane Kiffin is gonna, jump to a bigger job, or he's been down that road already. Going after the USC job, leaving Tennessee for the USC job, which I think that's something that he probably, I understand it's like a dream job for him and stuff like that. He was on that staff back in the day, but I think that's something that he probably regrets because it looks like he was gonna have a good thing going over there at Tennessee. And the same for Mike Leach, man. Mike Leach is, he's not looking for no big time job. He's a coach that likes the smaller schools and just want to stay around, and just stay around and do his thing. I think both those teams are going to be better, much better, and they both are going to have years where, I don't think they necessarily compete year in and year out with like the LSU's, the Alabamas, the Auburn's and the A&M's of the SEC West. But obviously they're gonna have a couple of years here and there where they may beat those teams. You know, as far as who I think will do better, if I had to pick, I would probably go with. Mm, I would probably say I think Lane Kiffin will do a little better at Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss, which is funny because they both in the state of Mississippi, but I'll go Lane Kiffin. I think Ole Miss will do better sooner. Um, but I'm gonna say this, like that Egg Bowl is gonna be very entertaining. Like seeing those guys both go at each other and probably take little jabs at each other for recruits in that area is gonna be extremely entertaining, yo. And you're right, it will definitely be fun to watch. QB, wide receiver, tight end on Thursday. Friday, O line, running back, special team. Saturday, front seven. Sunday, DBs. Okay, all right. Appreciate you letting me know that. So Thursday, so the wide receivers on Thursday, yo. I can't wait. I can't wait till Thursday, yo. I'm gonna have my popcorn ready, and I'm gonna definitely go out there and watch these receivers run this 40. It should be must see TV. And shout out to the NFL, man. Shout out to them for moving this to prime time, yo. Cause a lot of years, now obviously this year I have a little more interest in it this year than I've had in years past. I had interest in it in years past, but this year is like I got certain guys that I definitely want to see. Um, but usually they is early in the morning, and I would have to watch probably the replay of it later on. A lot of people are at work, during that time. So the fact that they put it in prime time to where I could sit down and actually watch this thing, like shout out to the NFL for making that adjustment and for understanding that a lot of people are interested in these 40 times in these workouts, yo. What's up, KB Brown? Appreciate you tuning in. How are you doing, Mr. Dugai? How many LSU players do you think will go in the first 2 rounds of the NFL draft? I'm doing great, by the way. Appreciate you thank you for asking. Hope you and everybody out there doing good as well. Um, let's see. As far as how many go in the first 2 rounds, okay, we gotta go Jambalaya Joe Burrow. That's one. Grant Delpit, that's two. Christian Fulton, that's three. Um, Clavion Chason, that's four. Patrick Queen, that's five. Wait, did I say that? Let me start over to make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Okay, let me go by positions. Offensive line, I don't think none of them go first 2 rounds. Jambalaya Joe Burrow, that's one. Um, Justin Jefferson, that's two. Clavion Chason, that's three. Uh, Patrick Queen, that's four. Christian Fulton, five. Grant Delp is six. I think for sure we get six players go in the first or second round. You got guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire may be like early third. Rashard Lawrence may be like early third. Um, Lloyd Cushenberry, maybe like early third. I was seeing where a lot of projections had him. So I'm gonna say six. I'm gonna say six of those guys go in the first 2 rounds, yo. Do you think Coach McCarthy will end up signing Dak? I think they will. I'm gonna say this: if I wouldn't be surprised if if Jerry Jones, like, if Tom Brady kind of flirted with Jerry Jones a little bit, as far as like, hey, I will come sign with y'all, I think Jerry Jones would jump all over that. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. But if Tom, I think Tom Brady is the one guy that, Jerry would be like, you know what, maybe I could go out there and take a chance on him, coming in. But I think he will. I think they're gonna end up signing that. Cause I mean, what else they really what else they gonna do? Unless they just bottom out and go get Trevor Sunshine Lawrence or just mortgage their whole entire future, to go get Trevor Sunshine Lawrence. Unless they do that, I think they basically they stuck with him. They stuck with Dak. So it's like you're gonna have to give him a deal and then see how he performs under that deal, and then you go through it like similar to what Baltimore did with Joe Flacco. That's the best option they have right now. So I think that they're gonna get that done eventually, yo. Also, do you think Dak Prescott is worth his asking price of $35 million over 4 years? Honestly, I don't. Like, I really don't think he's worth that. But at the same time, I get it. It's the quarterback market. Um, he has arguments. He could throw out his QBR like Skip Bayless like to use all the time, or he could throw out his record, his win-loss record in the NFL, like a lot of people like to throw out there, to defend him. But I don't think he's worth that, honestly. I think that he's a, middle of the road quarterback. But I mean, hey, it's his turn to get paid, and that's that's the price. That's the price range on these franchise quarterbacks now. And I know Dallas knows that, which is why it hasn't been done yet. But at the same time, I mean, they're gonna have to weigh their options. If you can't get anybody better than him in today, you're gonna have to just go ahead and pay him. But no, I don't think he's worth that. What's up, Eagles 11? Appreciate you tuning in. Why does your camera blink all the time? Because I have my phone. I'm using my backup phone because for some reason my phone that I actually use all the time, it always knocks me off of YouTube. Like, I gave it a shot early when I first started this live, and it did it again. Like, I'll come on live, it'll be working, and then YouTube will just stop working while I'm using my normal phone. So I have to use this older phone, unfortunately. Hopefully one day I could figure out why it does that. Or I could get me an even newer phone and maybe I won't have that problem at all. But just bear with me, yo. I apologize for that. But yeah, my phone, for some reason, every time I go live, it kicks me off the live. So I'm forced to use this older phone that I've been having, yo. Apologize for that, but it's the only phone that ain't gonna kick me off the live, yo. I think he's worth 32 million. I mean, me personally, I think he's worth in the 20s, like mid to high 20s. Me personally, but it's about what they're gonna pay him. For me, I feel like he's a guy that needs a lot around him. And I granted, don't get me wrong, every quarterback needs help. Like, let me not sit here and say like quarterbacks could go out there with no help. I mean, Wentz, even though he still won the division, Wentz needs help. Wentz needs receivers. That's why, as Eagles fans, we are really excited about this draft and watching these wide receivers in this combine because, we need speed at wide receiver, to help our quarterback be even better. But the problem with Dak is, but Wentz has shown that even without, all of his weapons, he could still be effective. I don't know if Dak Prescott could do that. Like, if Dak was on this Eagles team last season with all those injuries at skill positions, losing your top three receivers, your top running back, and stuff like that, I don't think Dak would have been as effective. So that's why for him, he should take a little less because you need a guy like Amari Cooper on your team. But that's a problem Dallas have, and as an Eagle fan, I don't really feel bad if they have problems like that. But for Dak's purposes, he should definitely get as much as he should, as he wants what the market is asking for. Mr. Dugai, as a Cowboy fan, I think the Eagles should have kept Nick Foles. Okay, why? To do what? Okay, as an Eagles fan, I think the Cowboys should let Dak Prescott walk and go draft a rookie. Like, like bringing Nick Foles for what? I mean, Carson Wentz just won the division against your Cowboys, who had all of the Ezekiel Elliott last time I checked was out there. Amari Cooper was out there. You know, old man Jason Witten was out there. You know, Michael Gallup was out there. Randall Cobb was out there. That offensive line was out there. Like last I checked, he had all that. Wentz had all these injuries to his players. Wentz beat Dallas with the division basically on the line and took his team to the playoffs with significantly less talent at the skill positions offensively than Dallas has. You get into the playoff and Conley throws his head into the back of his head, knocks him out, which would have knocked any quarterback out of the game at that particular moment. So for us to have kept Nick Foles based on what? Like, what is that based on? And granted, and you know, these conversations make me uncomfortable because you know it makes it seem like I'm just like I can't stand Nick Foles or I'm bashing Nick Foles. And I love Nick Foles, yo. I mean, for Christ's sake, he has a statue outside of Lincoln Financial Field. Like Nick Foles, you know, will be, you know, honored every chance we get to honor him, yo, whenever he retires or whatever. So, but he went to Jacksonville and he stunk up the joint. You know, he stunk it up. And, you know, he came in 11, which was 11-2. He came in and he done a great job, yo. Hey, he did his job. He came in last year, he was 4-6. He did his job, yo. But at the end of the day, Nick Foles is not a better quarterback than Carson Wentz. So, and this year should have proven that. You know, everybody, Wentz is injury prone, this and that. Wentz played all games. Yeah, he got knocked out in the playoff game, but he started and finished every regular season game this season. Nick Foles didn't do that. He got hurt the first game, yo. Like, why should we not gonna, granted, if Nick Foles wanted to play for free or wanted to play for cheap, yes, I would love to still have him as the backup. I would have much rather, with all due respect to Josh McCown, I would have much rather Nick Foles go into the game against Seattle than have Josh McCown out there. But at the same time, I mean, the man is a free agent. You know, he wants his money. He wants a chance to start. We're not going to, what franchise in their right mind is going to pay a backup quarterback $20 million a year, yo? And then you see what, for him to play one game this season? And obviously, he's not a better franchise quarterback than Carson Wentz, despite what anybody try to say. You know what I'm saying? So it makes no sense to me. Like, it makes no sense. Like, clarify why after this season that, okay, if you want to throw that out there before last season, fine, go ahead. Because you got questions about Wentz staying healthy. You got questions about him making it to the playoffs. You got questions about him winning the division, which he basically won the division 2 years ago before his ACL injury. You know, so, you know, clarify why we should have kept Nick Foles. Because it sounds like you're just being a jealous Cowboy fan. Like, I don't like Carson Wentz. If you had the chance right now, if somebody told you, hey, you could have Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz right now for the next 10 years, if you in your right mind, you would pick Carson Wentz. And don't even try to sit in. Y'all barely even want to pay Dak. You know what I'm saying? We paid Wentz despite his injuries. You know and I know that Carson Wentz is 10 times a more talented and better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Let's see if he gets all the money that he wants and then get all the money he wants to get, and then there's no more Amari Cooper. You know, there's no more of a couple of those offensive linemen. You know, there's no more of a cornerback over there on the defensive side to help out. Let's see let's see him carry a team. Because when I watch Ezekiel Elliott get suspended for 6 games, I seen Dak Prescott out there stinking up the joint. So, you know, it makes no sense to me. Sorry. Cowboy Nation. Yeah, like it makes no sense, bro. It don't make no sense to sit here. Oh, they should have went with Nick Foles over Carson Wentz, especially after the season Wentz just inherited with no roster. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. We made the smart decision and made Carson Wentz the long-term solution. Yeah, we did. We definitely did, yo. It don't make no sense to me, especially after watching what we just watched, yo. Like this man had practice squad people out there and still pushed his team into the playoffs over Dak Prescott. What's up, Eagle City 56? Appreciate you tuning in. G, how you feel about what we should tackle when the draft come? Wide receiver, DN, or cornerback first round. First of all, appreciate you tuning in. I say we go wide receiver. I think wide receiver is the position that we definitely got to go first round. When you look at these guys, for me, it's Ruggs or Hamlin. Like that's the two guys for me. Like these two, me or if those guys happen to both be gone, then you go probably Rager. I think you gotta end up with either Ruggs, Hamler, or Rager in the first round. I would like a corner in the second round. The best, corner available in the second round. So I think they'll have some solid, good man-to-man corners still left in the second round. And then probably, like you said, probably defensive end or defensive tackle in like the third round or so. So I think we go wide receiver, cornerback, and defensive line. If it was up to me, that's what I think we should do. I said Nuggets versus Heat in the NBA Finals. I say you crazy, like, and I'm a Heat fan, but like I can't. The way we look now, man, we need another player. We need another star caliber player, to get out of the Eastern Conference. And the Nuggets are not beating the Lakers or the Clippers or both of them for that matter. Like that's not happening. I got Clippers. If I had to put money right now, I'd probably go Clippers and like probably Clippers and like, man, that's tough. East is tough, man. Like, honestly, I don't even know out the East yet, man. Toronto, if healthy, is solid. Then he could go on a run. Milwaukee obviously looks amazing. So I guess you would have to say Clippers and Milwaukee, I guess, if I had to pick today. Uh I will be so upset if Tua goes to the Cowboys. I don't think Tua gonna end up over there. I don't think Jerry is that bold. Jerry would have to give up a lot of his future assets, because Tua not going past Miami at 5. It's a lot of talk that Detroit would take him at 3, which I don't think Detroit gonna take him at 3. I think a lot of that has to do with Detroit basically trying to get more draft picks, trying to get out of that number 3 spot, and offering people, look, if you trying to tell Miami, look, if you want Tua, you know what I'm saying, you better come get him at number 3, because we gonna take him, or give him to somebody else, and probably take one of Miami has 3 first round draft picks. And probably take Miami's like, I think 26 pick or something like that. I think Detroit trying to move back and get an extra first round draft pick. But I don't think Tua gets past 5, yo. So I don't think he gonna end up with Dallas. I don't think Dallas is gonna go all the way up to get him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Tua gonna fall that far. So you gonna be all right. Don't worry. 40-yard dash mean nothing to me, bro. Look at John Ross bust. Gotta know how to run routes, catch, and comprehend a playbook quickly. JJ Ortega not it, bro. He's soft. We need dogs at the position. First of all, you right. You absolutely right. The 40-yard dash is not everything, yo. And though I will say this, John Ross did better last year. Like he showed some potential last season. He definitely was looking like a complete bust before last season. And I know the Bengals only won one game and obviously got the number 1 pick in the draft. But I think he ended up getting injured in the middle of the year or something like that. But all I remember is early on, John Ross was really tearing it up out there. Like he was really making big time plays, for Cincinnati. So you're right. You are right. The 40-yard dash is not all of that. But for me, the reason I'm really interested in it this year is because unlike John Ross, which I know I can't prove that right now, but I wasn't a huge John Ross guy like when he was coming out of the draft, because I remember seeing them play against Alabama in the playoff. And he didn't make any type of impact. And plus, I remember he had a critical fumble in that game. You know, um, So I was never big on a guy like that. Now I've seen Henry Ruggs III play. By me being an LSU guy, I've seen Alabama play a lot, and I've seen Henry Ruggs III play a lot the last couple of years. And he's pretty good. Hamler is pretty good. Rager is pretty good. Those guys have nice size. They're not just speed guys, but they got you know decent. They're not little. Like John Ross is a very little guy. like so, I think these guys' speed will produce. And yeah, and I've been telling people like all the time that I don't think JJ Arcega-Whiteside is a very good receiver. I think that was a complete whiff by Howie in the draft. And I think the fact that, sometimes some things are a coincidence, some things are not. And I think the fact that of all teams, out of all teams we could have matched up with in the first round of the playoffs, it was the Seattle Seahawks who we played with DK Metcalf. And it was no coincidence to me that he was the one that dominated that game that basically ended our season, yo. I think that was a sign that, hey, how you guys take JJ Arcega-Whiteside ahead of me in the draft. I think that's something that's gonna Howie has to hit big time on the draft this season. Howie has to definitely hit on the draft this season. Andre Dillard, is still determined to see what type of player he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be okay. Miles Sanders looks like he's the real deal. It looked like we got a real steal with that pick. Um, but yeah, like Arcega Whiteside looks like a terrible pick. So that's why Howie has to get it right, for this draft, yo. Go Hawks. Man, I was so irritated. Man, I'm kind of glad that I actually didn't see the Heat Cavs game last night because I was out with my kids for Mardi Gras. But I I'm glad I didn't see it, man. Because if I would have had to sit there and watch us blow a night lead to the Cavaliers, I'd have been very furious. But I was really upset last Thursday to watch us lose to the Hawks. Now, granted, Trae Young is a great talent. But at the same time, like, come on, man. We let this guy get 50 and lose that game. Atlanta is what? I know they played a couple of games since then, but at the time they went to 16 and 40 or 41 or something like that. Like, come on, man. But I will say this, hey, the Hawks have some nice young pieces, man. Trae Young, John Collins, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Herter, a lot of nice young pieces, man. Just continue to, grab people in the drafts, man, and do your thing and do their thing. I think the Hawks gonna be all right in the future, yo. He a 50-50 ball guy. Just give him time. Man, I tell you what, yo, if JJ Arcega-Whiteside ends up being really good, I'ma have to say that, hey, Lenny D, you told me, man. You kept the faith in him. You the one told me, man, believe in him. He gonna get it together. Just get him time. I must say, I'ma have to owe you that shout out, yo. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see it. I don't think he good. Like, he's not. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, man. I watch a lot of college football. A lot. I don't watch as much Pac-12 football as other conferences because obviously it's later, When we drafted, when I heard the name JJ Arcega-Whiteside, for the 57th pick. And keep in mind, I'm still very pumped up because I love the Andre Dillard first round pick. I love the Miles Sanders pick. When they said JJ Arcega-Whiteside, my first initial reaction was, who's that? Like, honestly, I didn't hear the guy. Like, I knew who DK Metcalf was. I knew who AJ Brown was. I didn't hear JJ Arcega-Whiteside. So it's like, it ain't nothing he did, obviously, in college that jumped off the screen. I've never heard his name one time in the draft process, yo. So that's why, man, I just think Howie whiffed. Like, I just think he whiffed. I think in a couple of years, we're going to end up releasing him. But granted, I'm going to give him time, really, because I have no choice right now. We not going to cut him this year. Like, no matter who we draft or who we bring in, we not going to cut JJ Arcega-Whiteside this year. And the fact that JJ Ortega, we whiffed on him so bad, I think is the reason that, Howie and Dougie P and the front office are like, yo, speed, 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 speed when it comes to wide receivers this year. We can't have no more of these slow 50-50 guys. Trey Young put 50 points on the Heat. Yeah, he did. Trust me, I watched every bit of it too. I watched all 50 points he scored too, unfortunately. But, hey, I mean, it is what it is, man. The Heat, the Heat are gonna. The Heat are look. Just for the sake of looking, I'm like, okay. I know we've been on this bad slump, and especially on the road, and we ain't looking great. I would prefer to be a 2 or 3 seed. Right now, I'm just hoping we could get a 4 seed. At least get out of a first, get a home court series advantage in one series, and get out of a first round series. That's what I'm really hoping for right now. But obviously, I was looking, I'm like, what if we just keep slumping? But Heat are like 11 games or 13 or 12 games up, you know, on the 9 seed. So basically, unless the Heat just have a complete collapse, the Heat are still going to make the playoffs. The Hawks won't. So, I mean, that's the one thing that I can feel good about. T. Higgins not it either, bro. We can't have two possession receivers. Exactly. I completely agree with that. I did a video. I think it was last week sometime. I did a video. After I seen Mel Kiper's draft 2.0 or whatever, and I seen him having the Eagles taking T. Higgins. And at first I was like, oh man, why we? And it's not that the guy not a good receiver. It's just like you just said. I'm done with these possession receivers, yo. I want speed at receiver, man. Wentz has a cannon for an arm, yo. We need speed out there for Wentz, yo. So I went and looked at it, and I'm like, all right, well, where he got Henry Ruggs at? He had Ruggs getting drafted after us. I'm like, bro, if Howie passes on Henry Ruggs to take T. Higgins, I'm going to flip everything in my house, man. Like, I'm going to flip over everything in my house, man. You better not take another possession receiver over any of these speedsters, yo. I completely agree. Now, I will say this. Higgins is better than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I think Higgins will be a good receiver. It's just that's not for another team. I think the Buffalo Bills is the pick after us is a perfect place for T. Higgins. Buffalo they got a bunch of little guys like Cole Beasley and John Brown. They need a 50-50 possession receiver. So T. Higgins would be a perfect fit for the Buffalo Bills. But we can't sit up here and pass on another speed guy for another possession receiver. You are 100% right. I completely agree with that, yo. What's up, Tiger Raven 18, 2018? UGA fans are already talking trash, saying that they're going to beat my Clemson Tigers in Charlotte next season. Charlotte is home for Clemson every time we play in Bank of America Stadium. Georgia better worry about this season. Like, I tell you what, Georgia better worry about, Florida and going to Alabama and Tennessee and, Kentucky and all these other teams they got on the Auburn. They better worry about these teams sitting up here trying to look ahead to Clemson. If Kirby don't, the first year Kirby don't come out of the SEC East, people are going to start complaining, man. At least Mark Richt kept doing it. He kept getting to the SEC championship game. And Kirby has been doing that so far. But Florida is getting better. Under Dan Mullen, Florida is definitely getting better. So we gonna see what happens, yo. But I mean, they better worry about next season instead of trying to think about, oh, we're gonna beat y'all in 2 years. Like Clemson is gonna be loaded that year also. We better not get no damn T. Higgins. I will be so pissed if we pick T. Higgins in the first round. I agree. I'm the same way, yo. I seen the mock draft from Mel Kiper, and it got me upset. Like, that guy, man. Like, what you could tell he don't really study teams like that. Like, yeah, I full-heartedly believe that he knows about each prospect better than we all do. I believe that he studies them, breaks them down, and all that other stuff. I get it. But bro, if you watch the Philadelphia Eagles this season, you know the Eagles need speed at receiver. And why in your mock draft you gonna have us taking another like slower possession receiver over a speedster like Henry Ruggs III? Like that makes absolutely. I don't think the Eagles gonna do that. I think that's just Mel Kiper not knowing nothing about the Philadelphia Eagles, yo. What's up, Sir Nando 27? Appreciate you tuning in. Good evening, Mr. Do guys. Just wanted to stop in real quick, show some love while I walk around Breslin Center before the MSU game starts. Hey, appreciate the love, yo. Appreciate you coming through, checking in with your boy, man. I greatly appreciate that, yo. And enjoy yourself at that game, yo. Hope y'all get the W tonight while you're in attendance, yo. UGA fans are worse than any fan base in the country. It's gonna be so satisfying when we beat the dog out of these mutts. Wow, that's funny, man. I am looking forward to that Alabama Georgia game, yo. I do want to see that. Because they got a lot of talent. I don't think Georgia wins. I think Alabama wins that game, especially with the game being in Tuscaloosa. But you know, it's talent on talent, so I'm curious to see how that game play out, yo. What's up, Jay Hernandez? Appreciate you tuning in. Heat might get bounced first round. Yeah, I mean I hate to say it, yo, but it is looking that way. Um, Now the way the standings are right now, the Heat are the 4 seed. First round we would play, which would be a very juicy series. Right now the Heat would be playing the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round, and the Heat would have home court advantage. Um, I think the Heat gonna get past the first round. I'm just worried about after that. Like, can they beat Milwaukee in a 7 game series? Can they beat Toronto in a 7 game series? Can they beat Boston in a 7 game series? I think we would beat Philly in a 7 game series for the simple fact. I know Joel Embiid should dominate us, but at the same time, I think that he got much better coaching, and I think that he got more players to go to and to go to. So I think that he would beat Philly in a 7 game series. But I don't think right now we would beat any of those top 3 teams in the East the way things look right now, yo. Clemson is 2 hours from Charlotte. Athens, Georgia is 3.5 hours from Charlotte. Well, I'll tell you what, it's kind of a nice neutral site game. Out of a lot of other neutral site games, that's kind of the most neutral of a site that you could get. Now, obviously, it's a closer game for Clemson, but, you know, 3.5 hours to 2 hours, people gonna make that drive, yo. So it's gonna be a nice atmosphere and a nice, neutral sided game. That should be something interesting to watch, yo. What's up, Evan Strickland? Appreciate you tuning in. I can't wait to repeat, but the inevitable is that we only have 10 or 11 wins. My biggest thing, man, I'm assuming you're talking about LSU. My biggest thing is that Miles Brennan. I feel like LSU is going to be okay on the offensive line. They got some really talented guys that's ready to step in and play now. I think that, we're gonna be okay at running back. I think we're gonna be really good at receiver. As long as Eric Gilbert could be healthy, I think we're gonna be great at tight end. I think the defense gonna be a little better statistically than it was last season under Bo Pelini. My biggest concern is Miles Brennan. I think if he could come in and be almost not quite what Jambalaya Joe was last year, but if he could come in and be really good, LSU has a chance to do it again. Has a real chance. Now the schedule is tough. We gotta go to Auburn, we gotta go to Florida, we gotta go to A&M, and of course, obviously the big game we got Alabama it's at home, but we've struggled with Alabama at home for some reason. We've played them better in Tuscaloosa than in Baton Rouge, believe it or not. But for me, it's Miles Brennan, man. He's the wild card. In a t-shirt and shorts, he could spin the football. He could throw the football extremely accurately, extremely well with a nice zip. My concern is if it's 3rd down and 6, and Nick Saban is sending a blitz at him. will he make a play with his legs? You know what I'm saying? Like Jambalaya Joe did time and time again last season. That was a very underestimated part of Jambalaya Joe game last year is that when teams would blitz us or get through the line of scrimmage and put a lot of pressure on him, he avoided a lot of sacks and made plays. Or when somebody came down and hit him while he was delivering the football. Ken Miles Brennan, he looks tiny. I know he's put on a little more weight since he's been to LSU, but he just looks tiny, man. That is my big concern. Can Miles Brennan handle the pressure? He's going to look great in that first game against UTSA. He may look great in the second game against Texas. How he's going to look against these SEC defenses, especially when we got to go on the road, is my concern, which is the one thing that kind of makes me, how far we go this season. But 10 and 11 wins is doable, but Matt Brennan got to be really good. He got to be really good, yo. As long as I've been an Alabama fan, the worst day for me was the 2019 Iron Bowl, especially when I'm sitting at the game surrounded by a bunch of Emory Auburn fans. Wow. I was gonna say, man, but I guess since I don't know if you was at the Kick Six game or not. So I guess since you was at the game, it sucked. But for me, I would have think that y'all worst feeling was that Kick Six game, like cause that game was crazy. That game was crazy, man. Um, in Alabama, I was kind of upset. I honestly, by me not liking Alabama, I was very pleased to see Auburn win that game. But honestly, I did want to see an Alabama Florida State championship game that year. I thought that would have just been, Jameis Winston going up against that Alabama team. I thought that would have been an epic matchup. But Auburn kicked six them, so I guess it is what it is. Let's see. The 2021 Clemson versus Georgia game will be filled with more Clemson fans because we're 2 hours from Charlotte. Hey, that may be the case. I definitely could see that. But I do think that Georgia, I'm gonna say this about Georgia. Georgia does travel well. Georgia does travel well, so I think Georgia gonna have a nice bit of people there. But obviously, it should be more Clemson fans out there, than Georgia fans. That's gonna be a pretty good matchup, man. I know it's a couple of years from now, but I definitely think that's gonna be a pretty good matchup with two very, very talented football teams. What's up, gaming with LaKendrick? Appreciate you tuning into the live, yo. Much respect, much respect. Appreciate it. What's up, Mr. A? Doing my thing, man. Just waiting for this NFL Combine Thursday. And seeing how all these rookies, these LSU guys are gonna do out there, how they gonna do in their drills and stuff to hopefully make their draft stocks even higher, yo. Let's see. Clemson and Georgia are 70 miles apart from each other. Wow, that's a lot closer than I thought. Like, that's a lot closer than I thought, yo. I thought they would have been separated by a little longer of a distance, but yeah, that's gonna be a big time game, man. That's kind of similar to like LSU and Texas, last year and this coming season. Obviously these schools have been kind of close, and it's crazy that it took us so long, to finally play each other in football. I think the last time we met up, and if I remember correctly, was the 2003 Cotton Bowl, where Texas actually won that game. So yeah, that's gonna be a pretty good matchup, man. And it's good, man. That's what I love is that I love whenever these big time programs go out there and play other big time programs, whether it's neutral site games or home and homes. It's really fun, especially early on in the college football season, yo. If Dak Prescott 35 million 4 years, then Patrick Mahomes needs to get 40 million over 4 years. Man, Patrick Mahomes need a contract where he could grab a blank sheet of paper, put it down, make the owner write his name, and then Mahomes put what he want to put on the paper after that. That's what type of contract that Patrick Mahomes is going to get, man. That guy is. Yeah, he gonna definitely crack 40 million, yo, and it's no doubt about it, yo. Like that is amazing. That guy is amazing, yo. Just super talented, yo. Uh, what's up, Jamal Parker? What's up, my cousin? Appreciate you tuning in. I see you up here trying to call me my government name. But hey, man, what's going on, man? You better, as a Lakers fan, you better watch them Clippers, man. Them Clippers got something for y'all, bro. What team will pay a backup quarterback $20 million? The Saints. I'm being honest. The Saints probably will have to pay Teddy Bridgewater close to $20 million to be a backup this season. Yeah, like you don't pay a backup quarterback like starting quarterback money because it's not. I don't care how injury prone you believe the quarterbacks are. You can, it's not. It's a chance that they may not even go out there. Like it's a chance that your quarterback may stay healthy and your back. Now, granted, we everybody needs a solid backup quarterback, especially quarterbacks that do have a history of getting nicked up or banged up here and there. But at the same time, you can't pay a backup quarterback all that type of money. You know, like so the Eagles had to let Nick Foles walk. The Saints gonna have to let Teddy Bridgewater walk. You know, that's just the nature of the business, man. These guys want to get paid, and not only that, they want an opportunity, you know, to be a starting quarterback for another program. So, yeah, like for them to be like, oh, y'all should have kept Nick. I just think that's ridiculous. LaMelo to Knicks. I definitely could see that happening. I think that would be like that would be perfect, honestly, because for him, he'll be in a big market. LeVar Ball gonna come back out of hibernation. You know what I'm saying? And and yeah, like the Knicks, that would be a good player for the Knicks. It would be good for the NBA if he ended up over there. What's up, Master P Dot? What's going on, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. Mr. Dugas, what's happening, my Eagle brother? Hey, I'm just waiting for this combine, yo. I can't wait to watch these receivers out there. Thursday night, seeing them run their 40s, and and then sharing my thoughts about it. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing these wide receivers go out there and run these 40-yard times, yo. I'm really looking forward to that. Reaction to Fury beating Wilder. Your reaction to the new playoffs format in 17 games. Jason Tatum is the two beast player in the East. Zion is a beast. Pelicans making the playoffs by the time LeBron James is out his prime. Pelicans gonna be a little contended. All right. First I'm gonna start off with my reaction to Fury beating Wilder. Man, like I watched that whole fight. Fury punished him, man. Like the problem with Wilder, watching that fight, man, and seeing how Wilder went down just let me know that we need more boxers, man. It's not enough guys that's going out there and boxing. We don't have the greats, and especially in the heavyweight division. What really made me excited to see this fight is that it was two heavyweights. Like, I grew up on the whole, the Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis days, man. Those fights were humongous prime time fights, yo. I seen live the Holyfield fight. Tyson biting Holyfield in the ear. I seen that live. I seen when Lennox Lewis, basically punished both of them. Especially the last prize fight. Was when Lennox Lewis had knocked out Mike Tyson in 2002, I think it was. So so I was really excited, to see these two heavyweights, get out there on the in the ring and go at it. But the problem is, Wilder is not a boxer, and some heavyweights are the same way. Like Mike Tyson was also, just goes out there and he just want to put you to sleep. And that's what Wilder tried to do. But Fury came in with a masterful game plan. He had good defense. He boxed him up, and when he had his opportunities, he landed some kill shots on him. And Wilder couldn't get a real clean shot on him. I know there's going to be a part 3. There will be a part 3 because, it's money. Just like, honestly, I think it'll be ridiculous, but I think there will be What's that young boxer name, man? Chelsea Sherrills, I think her name is, and Layla Ali. I think that fight is going to happen. Now, granted, Layla Ali ain't fought in 13 years. You know what I'm saying? She 42. This girl is 24. But I think the fight is gonna happen because it's a money thing. So I think Wilder and Fury are gonna fight again because it's a money thing. But honestly, I don't think Wilder could beat him. Like unless Wilder gets some serious training on how to box instead of just looking for a kill shot. Unless that happens, I don't think Wilder could beat him, yo. Just being honest, yo. Excuse me. As far as the new playoff format, the 17 games, I would actually love the new playoff format. That would be pretty cool. Seeing a game, so they would actually have a playoff games on Monday. That would be pretty fun. Um, and the only team getting a bye would be the team with the number one seed. I would like that. I think that would make for very good football. Plus, it keeps more teams on edge, toward the end of the season because, you have an extra playoff slot. Now, I don't like the 17 regular season games. I think they should keep it at 16, keep it to where it is now. I know a lot of people complain about the preseason, and the preseason is horrible, yo, because more and more players are not like the Eagles. Like, I remember being excited for the first preseason game against Tennessee, and ain't nobody went out there. Like, Wentz ain't went out there at all the whole preseason. And teams are going to start doing that more and more and more, like not playing their players in preseason. But I just think 17 regular season games is a bit much, yo. Like, as a fan, it would be cool, but me thinking on side of the players, like, that's a lot, man. That's a lot of wear and tear on these guys' body. Especially if you're going to add an extra, two extra playoff games, basically. And yes, Zion is a beast. He is an absolute beast. I want to see the Pelicans make the playoffs, yo. I would love to see a New Orleans and LA Lakers first round matchup with everybody out there healthy. Those New Orleans young guns going at the Lakers. They would have a chip on their shoulder from being traded away for AD. Zion would have a chip on his shoulder to show New Orleans like, hey, y'all in good hands with me. So, and I think what the Pelicans are 3 games behind the Grizzlies right now with like 20 something left. I think it's a great shot the Pelicans could get that AC, yo. I actually hope they do it, yo. Let's see, CeeDee Lamb, Henry Ruggs III, Jalen Reagor, KJ Hamler, and Chase Claypool are my top 5 receivers I want to draft. But I really want Henry Ruggs and Jalen Reagor because they have extreme speed. I agree. I definitely agree with that, yo. For me, I like Henry Ruggs a lot also. That's a guy that I've been having my eye on. I can't wait to see how he runs out there. For me it's Ruggs then Hamler for me. It's Ruggs, Hamler, then Rager. That's because I don't think CeeDee Lamb gonna be there when we pick, obviously. But I think Henry Ruggs is the guy that if he's there, which I think if he runs as fast as people think he's gonna run, it's a chance that he may not even be there at 21 for us. That's the thing. But you got guys like Hamlin, you got Rager. The Eagles are in a good spot, man. Like, I think we are in a great spot for this draft, yo, because that's the one. Now, granted, we need corners. We need a cornerback too. I think we need one really solid corner and 2 really good receivers. I think we in a good spot because I think we could get a solid cornerback in the second round. I think we could get a real solid one in the second round. And then obviously I think we're going to get the type of receiver we need. One of those guys are going to be there at 21. Ruggs or Rager or Hamler or any of those guys are going to be there at 21. So I think the Eagles are in a great spot. And that's really like we have a good offensive line coming back. Obviously, we have a franchise quarterback. We got a good running back situation, a really good tight end situation. We could probably add one more guy on the defensive line, whether it's, I know Malik Jackson is coming back. Hopefully he stays healthy. We could either add a younger guy to give us more depth at D tackle or more depth as an edge rusher. I know the linebackers. I think we're gonna add one more veteran, though. We don't really value the linebacker position that much, yo. It wouldn't surprise me we went out there with all youngsters. And we're gonna have to add another safety or corner, but I think we in a great spot, yo. What we need is what's deep is what the is what the draft is deep at this year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this draft, yo. Michael Gallup, the next great receiver. I mean, I don't know about all that, man. If the Cowboys lose Amari Cooper, like, and they don't draft another really good receiver or sign a really good receiver, keep in mind they may lose Randall Cobb also. Randall Cobb is a free agent also. So if they lose Cooper and Cobb and they putting it all on Gallup, like I don't think that's good for Dallas, yo. Just being honest. We need to draft 2 receivers and 2 cornerbacks. I'm all for it, yo. We got 10 picks in this draft, yo. We got 10 picks in this draft, man. That's what I'm really excited about. We could go receiver first round, corner second round, probably get another receiver like third or fourth. Do we have a fourth round? I gotta go back see exactly what rounds we have picked, but I know we got 10 picks. And get another corner, like you said. I definitely would feel good about that, 2 receivers and 2 corners in this draft, yo. My dad is a Texans fan, and he said Texas need to fire Bill Bum. I'm a Cowboy fan, and Dad a Texas fan. I keep telling him we the better team. You should do a live reaction to Combine. Texas, Bill O'Brien is not a great coach. I'm gonna say that. Like, he is kind of, I think, holding those guys back a little bit. And as far as who's better out of Dallas and Houston, I mean, I'm gonna go Houston. Made the playoffs like the last 2 years. Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. DeAndre Hopkins is a better wide receiver than any receiver Dallas has. J.J. Watt is a better pass rusher than DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, now Dallas has better linebackers. The secondaries are maybe kind of a wash. The secondaries are a wash, I'll say. Dallas has better linebackers. Houston has a better front a better front like 3 or 4 or whatever. And Houston has a better quarterback and better playmakers except for the running back position. So I go Houston. Honestly, I agree with your dad. And as far as the combine, I think I'm thinking about it. I'll let y'all know. I got some things going on earlier that day. If I'm done in time or whatever, I may go live for the combine, yo. I may, particularly Thursday. I may not go live for every night, but Thursday when the wide receivers run, I think I may go live for that. But y'all stay tuned to my post page. I'll let y'all know. I'll put a post that day if I'm able to go live. But I'm thinking about it. I'm strongly considering it. What's up, Gamma Griff 3387? Appreciate you tuning in. Man, they need you on ESPN, bro. You're very knowledgeable. Hey, I greatly appreciate that, yo. Appreciate the loves and support, man. Hey, hopefully one day, yo. Panthers going to get Trevor Lawrence in 2021 and get rid of Cam. Beyonce killed that performance yesterday, and she is gorgeous. Did Beyonce perform yesterday? You see, I didn't see the whole COVID thing. I seen up to when Christina Aguilera started performing. But I did get to catch Vanessa Bryant talking. I did get to see who it was, Deanna Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu, I think that's how you say her name. Gino Ariana, Michael Jordan, Shaq, and Rob Pelinka. I got to see all of them, and I got to see Alicia Keys do that, play the piano. I love her. I love Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys been my childhood crush, man, forever. But okay, I seen Beyonce was there, but I didn't know she performed. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. And yeah, the Panthers do have a shot at getting Trevor Lawrence next year because basically, man, That would be great for them because obviously, he's around being at Clemson, he's around that area. If they're an interesting situation, yo. What they do at the quarterback position is does Cam come back this year? They yeah, that Carolina is one of those teams. Though they got Joe Brady over there, and I think he's amazing at calling plays and stuff like that. Carolina is one of those teams that may kind of have a very, very bad season next year if certain things don't go their way. I could see that. Uh, what's up, that Trail Benjamin? What's going on, my brother? Hey, greatly appreciate you tuning into the live, bro. Mr. Dude, guys. Hey, appreciate you tuning in, man. Thanks for the love and support, homie. Zion versus LeBron, and who was and will be better at their rookie season. Bama next great QB is Bryce Young. That's a good one, man. That Zion LeBron. I don't think Zion gonna have quite the like overall career LeBron had, obviously. But as far as rookie seasons, man, I may go Zion. Like, even though Zion missed a lot of his rookies, if Zion, the pace that he's on now, obviously, if he played the whole season, he would have just completely ran away with Rookie of the Year. It's amazing that I think if he gets the Pelicans in the playoffs, he still has a chance to win it, though missing a lot of games. That's amazing, yo. But I think Zion has a chance to have a better rookie year than LeBron had his rookie year. Honestly, man, LeBron was amazing, but I thought that year that Carmelo should have actually won rookie. I thought Carmelo had a better rookie season than LeBron had. I thought Dwayne Wade had a better rookie year than LeBron had. Now, after that, LeBron started really doing this thing. But I thought Carmelo and Wade had better rookie seasons than LeBron. And Bryce Young, I mean, I hear a lot about the guy. Obviously I've never really seen him like that. But I hear a lot about him. I hear a lot of hype about him. So hey, we'll see. Apparently he's very, very talented. So we'll see. What's up? Jim Ruiz. What's up, yo? Appreciate you tuning in. What's good, homie? Hey, getting ready for this combine, man. Getting ready to watch this combine this weekend, yo. I can't wait to watch these receivers. I may go live for the wide receivers 40-yard time, yo. Like I said, I probably won't be able to do it for all the combine, but I think I'm glad that it's Thursday, because I'm gonna really have a chance to do it. I may go live Thursday, yo, when the receivers get ready to run, yo. I'll let y'all know though. Brian Breesy, College Station, Texas is where I'm from. All right, that's what's up, yo. Let's see. Is DeAndre Swift a first round pick? Why Jonathan Taylor not projected first round? Jets better not draft a receiver and better draft an O-line. As DeAndre Swift, I think he is. I think he's a late first round pick. And why Jonathan Taylor isn't projected first? That's a great question. I could see him going late first round, also early second round. These running backs, man, they're not getting valued as much as they used to, yo. Especially now you're seeing these guys getting paid and then just not producing as much as they did before they got paid. You're seeing a lot of that going on right now. But yeah, I think Swift and Taylor are both I think they both starting running backs in this league, going forward. And the Jets, I think they will draft a receiver, to be honest with you, because I think they're going to lose Robbie Anderson. And I think they won't have Demaryius Thomas next season. So I think the Jets will take a wide receiver. What's up, Joseph Jefferson? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Duga? I can't help it, but I heard you guys are possibly looking to snatch Amari Cooper out of free agency. What you think about that? I don't want him. Honestly, I don't want us to get Amari Cooper. I'd rather draft a receiver, and I'd rather get a guy like either a Robbie Anderson or a Brashard Perriman, or a DeMarcus Robinson. And it's not to say that those guys are better than Amari Cooper, but it's just as terms as a fit. Amari Cooper is like a explosive type of down the field receiver. I'd rather get that guy in the draft. We got Deshaun Jackson, who gonna be there for one more year. But we need a guy in the draft just in case he's injured again. Or it'll be nice to have two of those guys out there, like the Chiefs did. The Chiefs had Tyreek Hill, but they drafted McCall Hardman, and look, they won the Super Bowl this season. So yeah, I'm not interested in Amari Cooper, yo. And it's not just a tiny bit of it has to do with he's a Cowboy, and I'm just done with former Cowboys. But honestly, I just don't think it's a good fit to give him a whole lot of money to do something that I could give a rookie to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I'm not interested in him at all, yo. What's up, John Perry? Appreciate you tuning in. What you think about 2020 season? I think it's gonna be a great season, yo. As far as for my Eagles, we need to get wide receiver help. Once we get wide receiver and add a couple of defensive pieces, like a cornerback or another safety and stuff like that, I think the Eagles are in the mix. And as far as with LSU, it's about Miles Brennan. Miles Brennan is the LSU is loaded. I know LSU lost a lot. LSU got 16 guys at the combine, but I think LSU is still extremely talented. Like they got some great guys that's gonna be back. Particularly a guy like Jamar Chase, arguably the best receiver in the country. Derek Stingley Jr., who will be the best corner in the country this season. And some very, very talented 4 and 5 stars, guys that was behind the guys that left, and some freshmen that's coming in. It's all about the quarterback position. Can Miles Brennan, handle pressure? I know he could throw a football very well and all that other stuff, but can he handle SEC type of pressure? Jambalaya Joe showed that he could. So that's how it's gonna be for that. Byron Jones, I could be a fit at DB for y'all. Another guy, like I'm not interested in him neither. I know it's a lot of talk of him. I know he's a solid corner, but I just think he's gonna cost too much money. Once again, another position that I'd rather just get a rookie that I would have to pay a lot of money to, and roll in that position. What's up, Set Die? Appreciate you tuning in. Just saying the Pelicans will win against the Lakers tonight. Hashtag Nola. Hey, all right, I hear you. I hear you. Hey, I'm looking forward to that, man. I may not be able to see the whole thing because it's kind of a little past my bedtime, but I'm at least trying to catch a good bit of that game, yo. That's a very interesting and entertaining game. The game Sunday, I probably will really get to check that one out because it's gonna be much earlier, obviously. But yeah, hey, that's a good matchup tonight, yo. I'm looking forward to that, yo. All right, y'all. I gotta run, man. I apologize if I didn't get a chance to get to your question or comment. But once this video posts on my page, if you want to ask me something on there, or if you want to tell me something whenever I get a chance, I'll answer your question on there or respond to your comment on there. But once again, man, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the live, yo. I love doing this every Tuesday with y'all. It's a truly humbling experience. I'm gonna let y'all know, stay tuned to the page. I will let y'all know if I go live for the combine on Thursday. I'm thinking about it to see the wide receivers. So just stay tuned for that. I may do a live reaction to that. But once again, thank everybody for tuning in, yo. I truly appreciate it. And Lord willing, I'll holler at y'all next Tuesday, yo. Until then, man, y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a good evening.